Good evening, guys. In the last session, we developed our application by using Spring Data JPA. Can anyone tell me what is Spring Data JPA and why we are using this Spring Data JPA? What is Spring
Java
Data JPA
contains
and why we are
API.
using this
To
Spring Data
communicate
JPA?
Spring
We use
database
GPU to communicate with the
in
database.
It is used to communicate with the database table. Okay, fine. So in the Spring Data JPA, we understood what is data source. What is the data source, guys?
data source is a connection pool.
Data source that is used to set up the connections. Data source is used to set up the connections with the database that we are using. Basically, so when you want to communicate, with the database, you need a connection. Instead of programmer is creating the connection, that connection will be taken care by our data JPA only. That connection will be taken care by data JPA only. You no need to deal with the connections. You just need to configure. What database that you want to communicate. You just need to configure what database that you want to communicate. It will take care of the connection pool that is required for your application. It will take care of the connection pool that is required for your application. Then we discussed about what is entity. Can anyone tell me what is an entity class, guys?
Yeah, entity is a Java
Yes, sir.
class
Entity is a
which is
Java
mapped with the
application
database table.
to map
Entity
with
is
database table.
basically a Java class which is used to map with the database table. So as we are using ORM framework, everything will be represented in the form of objects only. As we are dealing with the ORM frameworks, everything will be represented with the objects only. Then we discussed about what is repository. We discussed about what is repository. So what is the meaning of repository? What is the meaning of repository?
Repository is a interface provided by data JPA to perform the CRUD operation.
Repository is used to perform the operations. So here there are two types of repositories available. One is CRUD repository, another one is JPA repository. Okay, we have seen what is CRUD repository yesterday, and we need to work with another repository which is called JPA repository. Coming to the entities, the annotation that we have seen @entity, @ID, @table, and @column. Okay, @table and @column. These are the annotations that we are having in our data JPA. So CRUD repository methods also we have seen. What are the methods available in the CRUD repository interface? Okay, CRUD repository interface methods. So total, how many methods available? There are 12 methods available. What are the methods available? Save method is available. Save all method is available. Next up, find by ID method is available. And the next up, find all method is also available. Find all by ID is available. Okay, to save the record, save and save all method. To retrieve the single record based on the primary key, find by ID. To retrieve multiple records based on the primary keys, find all by ID. Find all method is available. And the next one, there is another method called exists by ID method is available, and another method count is available, and the remaining methods are delete methods. Delete by ID, delete all by ID, delete by ID, delete all by ID, delete method is available, delete all method is available, which will take entities as parameters. Okay, entities it is going to take as a parameter, and delete all is available to delete all the records from the table. To delete all the records from the table, we are having these things. Okay, so total there are 12 methods available. So can I call save method as a upsert method? Can I call save method as a upsert method, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why it
To
is called as
perform
a
insert and
upsert
update
method?
operation.
Why the
Because it
save method is
performs
called as
both insert
upsert
and
method
update.
here? Why the save method is called as upsert method?
Because it
Save
performs
method
both
perform
insert and
Update
insert and
update
update
method.
methods.
Save method is used to perform insert operation as well as update operation. That's why it is called as upsert method. How the save method will work in the background? Yesterday we discussed it. How the save method will work in the background? Can anybody tell me how the save method is going to work in the background? Can
Sir,
anybody tell
because
me
it is a
how save method will work in the
polymorphic object,
background?
sir. Polymarker method.
Polymorphic method. When you execute the save method for first time, it will execute select query to check the presence of the record. First it will execute the select query to check the presence of the record. If record is not available, then it will insert the record. If the record is not available, then it will insert the record. If the record is already available, then it is going to compare that record. It is going to compare that record is matching with the database record or not. If it is not matching with the database record, then it is going to update. If it is matching with the database record, it will skip that record. It is going to skip that record. Are you guys clear with my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good, very good. So next one, what is the purpose of save all method? What is the purpose of save all method?
Save a group of entities.
To insert multiple records at a time, we are going to use save all method. Then next up, what is find by ID? What is find by ID?
To retrieve the data by
To retrieve the record based on the primary key. So I want to get the employee record based on the ID. I want to get the product record based on the ID. If you want to retrieve the record based on the primary key, then you will use find by ID. If you want to retrieve the record based on multiple primary keys, list of primary keys if you want to use and if you want to get the data, then go for find all by ID. If you want to retrieve all the records from the table, then you will go for find all method. Okay. Next up, what is the purpose of exist by ID? What is the purpose of exist by ID?
the row available in the table or not.
So if you want to retrieve, if you want to check whether that record is available in the table or not, then we can go for exist by ID. What is, if it is available, that method will return true. If it is not available, that method will return false. Exist by ID. It is just used to check whether that record is present in the table or not. If the record is present in the table, it will return true. If the record is not present in the table, then it will return false value. Are you guys clear with my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So next one, here we have count method. What is the purpose of count method?
It returns the number of
So
records.
What is the purpose of count method?
It counts the row IDs.
It
row
is
values,
used to
sir.
check. It
Based
is
on
used
primary
to
key.
check how many records are available in the table. Okay, the total number of rows available in the table we can identify by using this count method. Total number of rows available in the table we can identify by using this count method. Next one, delete. You can delete one record by using ID. You can delete multiple records by using ID, or you can delete all the records from the table by using this delete methods. All right. So these are the methods that are available in CRUD repository. So now I want to create one new project. I want to create one new project by using data JPA. Can you help me with the steps what I need to follow to develop a new project, guys? Can you help me with the steps what I need to follow to develop a new project? Come on. What is the first step that I need to follow to create a new project by using data JPA?
New project, Spring Boot project.
File new.
What is the new process I need? What is the process I need to follow to develop a project by using data JPA?
File
New
Create
Spring project.
Starter.
I need to create a new project, and I'm going to select that project as a data JPA application. Okay, I'm going to select this as
Maven.
data JPA application, and I will select Maven as your build tool. and group ID, which you can give anything. I'm giving in.ashok IT.
Company name.
Package name, I'm giving in.ashok IT.
Link.
All right. Jar file package type. Language is Java. Click on next tab. Yeah.
Next.
What are the dependencies I need to add?
JPA,
JPA and
What are the
MySQL.
dependencies I need to add? I
JPA
need
and
to
MySQL.
add JPA dependency, Spring Data JPA, and I want to communicate with MySQL database. So I need to select MySQL driver. Driver will be downloaded by Maven. That's it. Next up and finish. Okay. Once this project got created, once the data JPA project got created, what is the second step I need to follow?
Configure the data source.
We need to configure data source properties like URL, username, and password. The data source properties we need to configure. Go to our properties file, and in this properties file, let us add the properties. Keys are fixed, guys. Spring.datasource.url, datasource.username, datasource.password, like this you need to add. My database URL, come on. What is the MySQL database URL, guys? What is the MySQL database URL we need to configure?
JDBC colon
JDBC
colon JDBC colon MySQL colon
localhost
JDBC colon
306
MySQL colon / localhost colon
localhost
colon
3306
our
SBMS
database.
45.
SBMS 45.
Right. Now, what is the username?
Root.
What is the password?
Root.
Okay. So check it.
JDBC
Show databases. Show databases. Yes, SBMS 45 is not available. Let me create it. Create database SBMS 45. Now use SBMS 45. So I created my database and I'm using my database. Then check show tables. Currently no tables are available. How to create the table dynamically, guys? How to create the table?
Create the entity class.
DDL
Auto update we are going to use to create the table. I want to print the query also. How to print the query? Show SQL
True.
I want to format that query. Proper
DDL
formatting. How to do that?
DDL
String dot JPA dot properties dot hibernate dot format underscore SQL is equal to true. So these are called as ORM properties. These are called as ORM properties, and these are called as data source properties. So when I write hash, that means it is a comment. When I write the hash here, that means it is a comment here. Are you able to follow this?
Yes.
Yes,
sir.
we are able to understand this. Very good. Once the data source property JDBC, JDBC colon MySQL colon localhost colon 3306/45 SBMS. Very good. Then next one, entity class. So once this is ready, I need to create one class entity. I'm creating this as a package called entity, and I'm taking employee. Okay. So how to represent this class as an entity, guys?
@entity.
What is the first important step? @entity. I'm using one annotation called @entity. Now you can take variables that you want. Integer, employee ID. And yesterday I have seen many people are writing the variable name starting with uppercase character. Don't do that, guys. So you need to write the variable name with the lowercase characters only. And string employee name and double employee salary. Okay, gender I'm taking private string emp gender and private string emp country. So like this, I'm taking these variables. Setters, getters are mandatory. Let us generate setters and getters for these variables and write toString method for these variables. To print the content of the object, we are using toString method. To set the data, get the data, we are using setters and getters. Next up, I'm using @ID. What is the meaning of @ID? What is the meaning of @ID?
Primary key.
Primary key, sir.
defining
@ID is basically used to deal with the primary key. Okay, when your class is when your Java class is mapped with the database, then in the database primary key column will be available. So which variable is mapped with the primary key column? To represent that we are going to use @ID annotation. Is it mandatory or it is optional?
Mandatory.
@ID is mandatory or it is optional?
Mandatory.
Mandate.
That is mandatory. Okay, next one. Let us create one repository interface. Okay, entity is ready. Next we need to create one repository interface. New interface. I'm taking this as employee repository. In the another package, .repo package I am keeping. .repo package I am keeping. So it is a normal interface, no use. It is a marker interface. There is no use because there is no method available. There is no method available. I need to make this as a JPA repository. How to make this as a JPA repository, guys?
Extends JPA.
How to
We
make this
extend
as a
the-
JPA repository? We
We
need to extend the
repository,
properties
sir.
from JPA repository. How many repositories available in the JPA? How many repositories available in the JPA?
Two.
There are
Two, sir.
multiple repositories available in the JPA, right? CRUD repository and JPA repository is available. CRUD repository and JPA repository is available. Okay, so now I want to go with the CRUD repository. I want to perform basic CRUD operations. I want to go with the CRUD repository and I want to perform basic CRUD operations. All right. Now, to perform the basic CRUD operations, I'm going to use CRUD repository here. Tell me how to extend it. What is the keyword? Extends CRUD repository. What I need to specify here? Entity.
Entity class.
What is our entity? That is employee. So for every repository, we need to specify what is the entity that you need to use. Employee. What is the ID? Data type of the primary key variable. It is a number type. So here we are using as integer. With this, my repository is ready. Okay. Now, yesterday, this is what we have done in the yesterday. There is nothing new as of now. In the yesterday, in the start class, I'm getting the object of the repository and I'm calling the repository methods. Repository is a class. A repository is an interface. Repository is a interface. Can you create the object for the interface?
No, sir.
Can you create the object for the interface?
No, sir.
No, you cannot create the object for the interface. Then what we need to do? We need to get the implementation class object.
Yes, sir.
We need to get the implementation class object. Okay. Instead of calling the repository method directly from the start class, I will create one more class that is called employee service. What is that, guys? I'm creating one more class with the name called employee service, and I will keep inside a package called service package. So I want to represent service as a Spring Bean where the business logic will be available. So I'm using one annotation @service. So can you tell me what is the meaning of this @service now?
It's a bean class.
What is the meaning of @service now?
To represent as a bean
Business
class.
logic will be
To
here.
represent as a Java class Spring Bean.
Yes.
To
So to
represent
represent this
as
as
a
a
container.
Spring Bean. To represent this as a Spring Bean, we are going to use @service. So what I want to do is, what is the application that I'm going to develop? Here, my database is available. That is a MySQL database I'm using. So to communicate with this database, I have taken one entity. Okay. Entity is mapped with my database table. And I'm taking one repository. I'm taking one repository, which is my employee repository. So employee repository is going to communicate with the database table, and employee repository is talking to the entity also. Now I will create employee service. Now I'm going to create employee service. Inside the employee service, I will write the methods. My employee service will call the repository method. Repository will talk to the database table. Are you guys able to follow me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you guys able to follow me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So instead of directly calling the repository methods, instead of directly calling the repository methods, I'm going to use service. My service is going to talk to the repository methods. My service is going to talk to the repository methods. My service is going to talk to the repository methods.
Sir, in employee repo, we don't have any methods, no, sir. It is an interface, no, sir.
Yes, that's why we are extending the properties from the CRUD repository. Whatever the methods available in the CRUD repository, those methods will be available for the employee repository.
Sure, thank you.
Okay, guys, are you able to understand my point now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes. Okay, so I'm taking employee service and my employee service will talk to employee repository. So that means, can I say employee service is my target, employee repository is my dependent for the service?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Employee
sir.
service is my target and employee service want to talk to employee repository. So employee repository is interface. It is extending the properties from CRUD repository. When it is extending the properties from the CRUD repository, what is the advantage we are having?
Whatever methods are available in CRUD repository.
Whatever the methods that are available in the CRUD repository, those methods we can access in the employee repository also. My employee service is dependent on the employee repository. So how employee service can call the employee repository now?
By auto.
Yes, we need to inject. So which object we need to inject into which object?
Employee repo.
Employee repo.
Employee service.
Employee service.
Which object we need to inject into which object, guys?
Employee
repo
we need
object
to
into
inject
service.
service object. Repository object we need to inject into service object. So repository is a class, a repository is an interface. Then how can you inject interface object
Interface.
into service?
Implementation classes.
Interface object will be
Implementation
injected
class.
or implementation object will be injected.
Implementation.
Implementation class object.
Implementation object will be injected. Implementation object will be injected. How many ways we can do that injection now?
3 ways.
3 ways.
3 ways. One is a field
Field
injection,
injection,
another one is a constructor
injection,
injection, and another one is
Setter
injection. Field injection, constructor injection, and
Setter
setter injection. Which is recommended?
Constructor injection.
Constructor injection. Can I write a constructor now?
Yes, sir.
Public
Yes, sir.
Employee service.
employee service constructor. It is first I will take a variable private employee repository. Private employee repository employee repo. That employee repository I am taking as a parameter to the constructor, and here I will write this dot employee repository is equal to employee repository. So do I need to mention auto void annotation or I no need to mention auto void annotation?
No need to mention.
No mentions, sir. It is optional. Only
Do I
one.
need to mention auto void annotation or I no need to mention auto void annotation?
No need
sir, it's
to.
not
I
mandatory.
no need to mention auto void annotation. Why we no need to mention auto void annotation?
Because it is constructor.
Parameterize.
Come
One
on, why I
parameter is
don't need to
construct.
mention auto void annotation?
One parameter's constructor is there.
In this class there is only one parameterized constructor is available. Then by default it is going to call that parameterized constructor only. There is only one parameterized constructor available, so it will call that parameterized constructor by default. You no need to specify auto void annotation manually. You no need to specify auto void annotation manually. Now you can write the methods here. Dependency injection will happen by default. Okay, so writing @auto void is optional because there is only one parameterized constructor is available. There is only one parameter is the constructor available. Now public void save employee. Okay, so I'm writing one method, save employee. So what we can do in order to save the employee record now? What we can do in order to save the employee record now?
Employee report.save.
Just we need to call the employee repository dot
save.
save. Employee repository dot save. We need to pass entity object as a parameter. So you can create one employee object, entity object you can create, employee emp is equal to new employee. You create the entity class object and you need to set the data for that. Okay, emp dot set emp id. Okay, that is something like 101. Emp dot set emp name, some value, some Raju, and emp dot set employee salary, some 4,000. Then next one, emp dot set gender, male, and next emp dot set country. Okay, so like this we are inserting the record in the table. We are passing entity object as a parameter for the repository save method. We are passing entity object as a parameter for the save method. Okay guys, fine. So we are able to create employee service. We are representing that as a Spring Bean. Then we are taking employee repository object we are injecting into service object, and we are having save employee method. So in that save employee we are creating entity object and we are calling the save method for that. We are calling save method for that. Now, so I want to execute this service method. From where we can execute the service method? From the start class. So get the return type of the run method. Run method is going to give you the context object, context.getBean. What is the purpose of context.getBean? Yesterday we got the repository object directly, but today am I getting the repository object or I'm going to get the service object?
Service object.
I'm going to get the service object. Context.getBean of employee
service dot class.
Okay. Now the service object I got, which is emp service. Now I will call emp service dot save employee. That's it. Emp service dot save employee. So in my database, employee table is available. Employee table is not available.
Not available.
Employee table is not available. Save employee. Okay. After saving this record, I will just write a message system.out.println record saved. I'm just giving a message record saved. Now, so DAO is not the repository. Which repository object is injected here? We can check it. Let me go in the debug mode, guys. Okay. So right click, debug as boot application. I'm running my project in the debug mode to understand the code line by line. Okay. First, the execution will start from the main method, which is start class of our Spring Boot. Then, sorry, I pressed F8, guys. Actually, in the IntelliJ IDEA, we will use F8 to go for the next line. So I pressed F8, so it completed the execution. Okay. F6, F6, I came to the next line, go inside this method, save employee, F6, repository. Can you see in the repository, is it injecting interface object or it is injecting implementation class object now? Employee repository, it is a dependent object. Auto wiring is happening. Repository object is injected into service object. So repository is an interface, no implementation available. So what has happened here? Proxy class as injected. Proxy class has injected. So JDK dynamic AOP proxy class got created. That proxy class injected into our repository. Now using that proxy, we are calling save method. Check in the console. Now you can see that table got created. Table is not available, so table is created and select query is executed. Record is not available in the table. That's why it is inserting that record into table. Inserting the record into table. So once the record is insertion completed, then F8 record got saved in the database. Select a star from employee table. Select a star from employee table. We are able to insert that record in the database table. If I run this same program once again, then what will happen? Guys, if I run the same program once again, then what will happen?
The records will be skipped.
Primary key, na, it will.
If I call this
Not
same
allowed.
employee method once again, then what is going to happen in our application?
The record will be skipped.
The record will be skipped. Why? Because with this ID 101, record is already available. With this ID 101, record is already available. With this ID 101, record is already available. So no need to do insertion. Then it is going to check the presence of the record. Yes, present. Is there any difference between our record and the database record? No, both are same. Then it is going to skip that record. Are you guys clear? Very good. Now, if I want to insert one more record, ID 102, then Rani, salary is some 5,000 and a female. Okay, country India. Let's run this. So I want to insert multiple records to explain the next concept. I'm inserting one more record. Now Rani record will be inserted. Select star from employee. Yes, Rani record is inserted. Now let me insert one more record. 103, something like John. Salary is some 6,000. Male, country USA. USA. Very good. Run this application also. Yes, one more record is inserted. Let's insert one more record. 104, like Smith, salary is 7,000. Male, he is from Germany. Yes, run this application. I'm inserting multiple records into the table so that we can perform operations on the table. Yes, so total there are 4 records available in my database table. Now guys, I want to retrieve all the records available in the table. Now, can you tell me the logic for that? I want to write one method, get all employees. Inside my service method, I want to write one more method which is public void get all EMPs. I want to get one method, public void get all EMPs. So can you tell me what is the operation that we need to perform?
Employee.
I want to retrieve all the records from the table. So how to retrieve all the records from the
Employee
table?
report at
Find
find
out.
all.
Employee report
Employee report at find all.
Yeah, employee repository dot find
Find
all.
all.
So I'm using employee repository dot find all. So it is giving all the employees in the iterable format. It is giving all the employees in the iterable format. So how can we iterate them? How can we iterate them? So EMPs dot for each method we are going to take, then we are going to print that employee data by using method reference concept. Okay, employees dot for each method we are taking, then when we use for each method, directly we can print all the employee records by using method reference. So EMP repository dot find all, I'm calling the find all method, which is returning all the employees data. Then employees dot for each method we are calling, which is going to print all the employee records which are available in the database table. This is one way to do that. You can use it. You can use a for loop or for each loop, for each method with lambda expression, for each method with method reference. I'm using for each with method reference now. Okay, very good. Next up, let me call this method from the start class, employee service dot employee service dot get all employees. So I'm commenting the save employee method and I'm calling get all employees method. Run this program and you see all the records we are able to fetch or not. I'm retrieving all the records from the table and I'm printing those records on the console. I'm getting all the records from the table and I'm printing on the console. So there are 4 records available and we are able to get all the 4 records from the table and we are able to print them. We are able to get all the 4 records and we are able to print them. Are you clear with my point?
Yes, sir.
Are you clear with my point now?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay, this is one way where I am using for each method with the method reference. If you don't want to do like this, then you can do like this also. Emps dot for each method employee object I am getting. Then I'm going to write system dot out dot println system dot out dot println of employee. This is a lambda expression. Okay, this is a lambda expression which is used to print all the employees which are available in the database table. Lambda expression which is available in the database table.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now let me run this program. Yes. Yes, I'm able to execute this method which is used to retrieve all the records available in the table. Yes, fine, same output. Output is not changing because there are 4 records available and we are able to get all the 4 records from the table and we are printing. This is method reference and this is lambda expression. Are you guys clear with my point?
Yes, sir.
Are
Yes,
you
sir.
clear with my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, perfect. So we are able to insert the record and we are able to retrieve the record by using find all method. Similarly, you can perform delete method also. Delete by ID, delete all by ID, delete all. If I call delete all, then what will happen?
All records will be deleted.
If I
All the
call
records will be
delete
deleted.
all, then it is going to delete all the records which are available in the database table. Delete all the records available in the database table. All right. Perfect. Next one. Now guys, I have a special requirement. I want to retrieve the records based on the employee IDs 102 and 103. I want to get the employees whose IDs are 102 and 103. Is it possible to do that?
Yes, sir.
How can we do
Find
that
out.
operation?
Find all
Find all by
ID.
ID.
You can do that operation by using find all by ID. You can do that by using find all by ID. So based on the particular primary keys, we can get the data. Based on the particular primary keys, we can get the data. Okay. I want to delete one record. Then what is the method?
Delete by ID.
I want to delete one record, delete by ID. I want to delete 2 records based on the IDs. I want to delete 2 records based on the IDs.
Delete all by ID.
Delete all by ID.
Delete all by ID.
ID.
Delete all by ID. Okay, good. Next one. I want to see how many records available in the table. I want to see how many records are available in the table.
Count method.
Count method.
Count method.
Count method. I want to see whether the employee ID 101 is available or not.
Exist by
by
ID.
ID.
Next method, sir.
Exists by ID. What is the return type of exists by ID?
True or
Boolean.
false?
Boolean.
Boolean, true or false. If the record is available, it will return true. If the record is not available, then it will return false value. Okay, fine guys. So with this we understood what all the methods available in the CRUD repository and we are clear with that. Next up, my requirement is different. My requirement is different. I want to retrieve the records based on the country. I want to get the records based on the country now. Who are belongs to India? Only those employee records I want to retrieve. So generally, how you will write the select query? Select star from employee we are using. Then it will give all the records available in the employee table.
Where
Then if I
country name
want,
equal to
where
country name
employee
equal to
country,
Employee country
where
equal to
employee country is equal to
India.
Okay, like this I can write the, like this
Yes,
you
sir.
can write the query with the where clause,
Yes, sir.
right? So there are two records available based on the given condition. There are two records available based on the given condition. Okay, so now I want to perform this operation by using my application. Now, is there any method available in the CRUD repository to do such kind of operations? Can you check the methods now?
Not available, sir.
Can I do that?
No.
No, sir.
Not
sir.
available, sir.
Manually you can do, sir.
Here there is no direct method available in order to perform that operation. So if you see in the CRUD repository, can you read what are the methods available in the CRUD repository?
Save all, find by ID, exist by ID, find
Yes.
all, count and delete, and there is no method there.
There is no method available in order to perform that operation.
Yes, sir.
There is no method available in order to perform that operation. Now, in this scenario, we need to go for custom methods. In this scenario, we need to go for custom methods. Are you guys able to follow me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
In this scenario, we need to go for custom methods. Okay. So in the data JPA, guys, we can perform operations in three ways. Okay. Now we understood what is the CRUD repository and what are the methods available in the CRUD repository. In data JPA, using data JPA, we can perform operations with the database table in three ways. Using Spring Data JPA, we can perform operations with the database table in three ways. One is using predefined repository methods. What is the first approach, guys?
Predefined repository methods.
One is by using predefined repository methods. What is the meaning of predefined repository methods? Save method, save all method, find by ID, find all, delete by ID, delete all. Like this, there are several methods available. Okay, predefined repository methods available. Using these methods, you can perform the operations. But with these predefined methods, all the requirements we can't satisfy. Now, save method is there, save all method, find by ID, find all, delete available. But my requirement, I want to execute query like this. Select start from employee where country is equal to India. Is there any method to perform this operation?
No, sir.
This is my requirement. So predefined methods are available. Predefined methods are there to perform some operations, but you can't do everything with the predefined methods. So that's why in the data JPA, if you want to perform the operations with the database table using data JPA, there are three ways available. One is predefined repository methods. Second one is find by methods. What is the second one, guys? The second one is find by methods. And the third one is custom queries. You can write your own query and you can execute in the data JPA. As of now, we are using only predefined methods. So you don't need to write any logic. They will take care of the logic for you. But with those predefined methods, all your needs will not be satisfied. All your requirements will not be satisfied when you go for predefined methods. Then what you can do? You can go with the find by methods you can go with the find by methods, and you can go with the custom queries also. You can write your own methods, find by methods, and you can work with the custom queries also. You can work with the custom queries also. Are you guys able to follow me?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now here find by methods are very, 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 very important and very useful also. What is the meaning of find by methods in the data JPA? What is the meaning of find by methods in the data JPA, and how can we work with this find by methods? Find by methods are used to execute queries based on our requirement. Okay, I have my own requirement to retrieve the data. Find by methods are used to perform. Find by methods are used to perform only select operation. Only to retrieve the data from the table. Then we are going to use find by methods. Find by methods are used to perform only select operations on the table. Okay, can you use the find by method to insert, update, delete the records? No. Find by means only select, you get the data based on some condition. So when you want to execute queries with the conditions, when we want to execute find by methods are used to execute queries with a where clause, with SQL classes. With the where clause, if you want to execute the query, for example, select star from employee, where employee country is equal to India, something like this. Okay, and another example, select star from employee, where employee gender is equal to male, something like this. Okay, and sometimes I want to add more than one condition also. Select star from employee, where employee gender is equal to female, and employee country is equal to India. So like this, we have a requirement in the project. Okay, in order to perform these operations, predefined methods will not support. So predefined methods will do some operations, but not all. Okay, but not all. Are you guys clear with my point? Find by methods are used to perform only select operations on the table. So you can't use it for insert, update, or delete. We can't use for insert, update, or delete. We can't use for insert, comma, update, and delete. Only retrieve. If you want to perform, then you can go with find by methods. And find by methods are used to execute queries with the where clause. Select star from table, where country is equal to India, gender is equal to male, role is equal to user, okay, role is equal to manager, something like that. If you want to perform, then you can get it. And another requirement, select star from employee, where employee salary greater than or equal to 5,000. I want to execute my queries like this. If you have requirement like this, then you can go with find by methods in the data JPA. Okay, so when we are working with the find by methods, you need to write the method name to perform the operation. Based on the method name, JPA will prepare the query for you. You don't need to write the query, guys. You just write the method properly. Then JPA will prepare the query according to our method name. So method syntax is very important. Method naming convention is very important in the find by methods. Then JPA will prepare the query according to our method names. So when we are working with when we are using find by methods, method name plays very important role. When we are using find by methods, method name plays very important role. Based on method name, data JPA will construct query for execution. You know, as a programmer, you no need to write the query. You just write the method, that is find by method. Based on your method name, data JPA will prepare the query and it will execute. If you do mistake in the method name, then query will become wrong. If you do the mistake in the method name, then your query will become wrong, because method based on the method name, query is prepared. If your method is wrong, obviously query will become wrong. So that's why we need to be very careful when we are using find by method. Method name will play very important role. Method name will play very important role. Based on the method name, data JPA will construct query for the execution. If our method name is wrong, then JPA will not accept it. If we don't write method name properly, then JPA will not accept. Are you guys clear? So how many ways we can execute? How many ways we can perform operations with the table using JPA, guys?
3 ways, sir.
Come on. In how many ways we can perform
3 ways.
operations with the table in the data JPA?
3 ways.
So there are 3 ways available to perform operations with the database. Okay, what are the 3 ways available? One is by using predefined methods.
Find by methods.
CRUD repository provided some
Custom
methods.
flex.
JPA repository provided some
Some
methods.
methods.
Using this, you can perform the operations. But when you have special requirement like this, then we have 2 other options also. One is called find by method. Another one is called custom query. So what is the purpose of find by methods here? Find by methods are used to perform only select operations on the table. We can't use for insert, update and delete. When you want to retrieve the data, then you can go for find by methods. So especially when you want to execute your queries with the where clause, then you can go for find by methods. Okay, select star from employee, where country, where gender, where salary, and operator also that you want to use, you can go with this find by methods. When we are using find by methods now, method name will play very important role. Based on the method name, data JPA will construct query for the execution. If we don't write method name properly, then JPA will not accept it. Now see here. When we are writing the method names, guys, find by methods, right? Find by methods we are going to write in the repository interface. Note this point also. Find by methods we will write inside repository interface as abstract methods. That's it. You don't need to write the logic. Logic will be taken care by JPA. You just write the abstract method to perform find by operation in the repository interface. Then JPA will take care of the implementation for that. You don't need to bother. All right. Now let me do some simple operation. My requirement is get the employees based on country, right? Select, this is the query basically. Select star from employee where employee country is equal to some India, whatever it is. So do we need to write this query, or we need to tell to JPA to prepare query like this?
You need to tell to JPA.
We need to write the query, or we need to tell to JPA to prepare this query? Come on.
We need to tell to JPA.
We need to tell to JPA to prepare and execute query like this. So for this, I am going to use find by method. So select star from employee where country is equal to India. There is a chance of getting more than one record, right? We will get only one record, or we can get more than one record.
More than one record.
More than one. Then I'm taking public list of employee. What is the meaning of list of employee?
Generic list.
What is the meaning of list of employee?
List of multiple employee records.
There is a chance of getting multiple employee records. Okay.
More than one.
Then I want to get them. What is the where condition? What is the where condition?
Employee country.
Find.
Okay.
Input.
Public list of employees I want to get. I will use find by. This
Find
is
by
a common keyword. This is a common keyword. When you are working with the find by methods, find by is a common keyword. Then which column you want to use in the where clause? So when generally we will represent like this, triplex. This triplex represents what is the column that you want to use in the where clause.
Yes.
What is the column that you want to use in the where clause? I want to use employee country. So column name is employee country. For this column, what is the mapped variable EMP country? Okay. So you need to take this variable name and you need to keep this here. Find by employee country string country. Okay. This is our find by method. This is our find by method. Are you able to follow me? Find by. This is your entity class variable name, which is mapped with this column. Sir, can I write the column name directly? No, you should not write the column name. You need to write the mapped variable of this column. This is a table column. So this is a table. This table is mapped with the entity. In the entity, for that column, there is a variable, EMP country. Take this variable and keep that variable here. Find by EMP country. You can make first character of the variable as a uppercase in the find by method. That is recommended, a method naming convention. So I want to write the method to retrieve the records based on this condition. Select star from employee where country is equal to India. JPA should execute query like this. So for that, what I am telling to the JPA, hey JPA, I want the employees based on the given country name. So list of employees, find by, what is the column? Employee country I want to use in the where clause. So country column is mapped to which variable? EMP country variable. Take this variable and you keep the variable. Convert the first character of the variable to uppercase. That's it. Then string country. So if you call, this is abstract method or this is a concrete method, guys?
Abstract method.
Abstract method. This is abstract method because there is no body. This is abstract method, there is no body. Now, when you call this method, JPA will prepare query like this. So here, method name is very important. Find by employee country. That means select star from employee where employee country is equal to given value. If you don't write the method name properly, then your query will not be prepared properly. Find by methods are used to perform retrieval operations. Find by methods are used to perform retrieval operations. If you don't write the method name properly, then your query will become wrong. If you don't write the method name properly, then your query will become wrong. Are you clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir,
But,
in this method, string and country will be there. No, sir. Country, how we will call, sir? Like
when we call this method, this is a method parameter, madam.
yeah.
When you call this method in the service layer, we will pass country name as a parameter. That's it.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, after find, you need to put variable name or column name.
Variable
Sir,
name.
confusion happens, sir.
Variable name.
Variable name, column name, database column name different, variable name is different, sir.
That is the reason we will keep variable name, not column name.
Okay, sir.
After find by keyword, we will use the variable name. Variable name will start with the lowercase letter. We will take the variable name. We will convert the first character to uppercase and we will keep that variable name here. That is our find by method. So the method naming signature, method naming convention. Find by, then variable name of entity class you need to pass here. Based on that variable name, it will identify the column name. That column name it will use in the where class. Find by variable name. That variable is mapped with the column name. This is the syntax to write find by methods in the data JPA. You no need to write the query. You just write the method properly. Then based on the method name, JPA will prepare the query for you. JPA will execute the query for you. Okay. Now let me execute this method. Guys, once again I'm asking a question. This is a abstract method or it is a concrete method?
Abstract method.
Why it is abstract method? Why it is called as abstract method?
There is no implementation.
No body.
Why it is abstract method?
It is available
There is
in
no implementation.
This method does not have any body. This method does not have any body. So that's why this method is called as abstract method. Okay, now let me go to the employee service. Now I will call one method get employees with country. Okay, public void get EMPs with the country. Now what I will do? Employee repository dot find by employee country. Country name I will pass as India. Country name I am passing as India. What this method is going to return? It is going to return list of employees. Now I will print these employees by using for each method. That's it.
Guys, please mute.
Guys, now you see here, I'm going to call my repository method, repository dot find by employee country with India. So I'm calling from, I'm creating a service method. From my service method, I'm calling my repository method. Repository dot find by employee country. Find by employee country is a abstract method. What about the query for this method? Guys, what about the query for this method? Programmer should write the query. JPA will prepare the query.
JPA will take care of the query.
That's it. Now let us check it. Get employees with country. So I'm going to call a method employee service dot get employees with country. I'm calling my service method. My service method will call the repository method. Repository method is a find by method. Find by keyword is a fixed keyword, predefined keyword. Find by variable name. So I'm using variable name as EMP country. Then it will use select star from employee where country is equal to India. Then it will get the records of employees who are belongs to India. See how beauty it is. We are writing abstract method. They are understanding the method. They are preparing the query. They are executing the query. They are returning the result. That is the power of framework.
Sorry for the inconvenience. That flow you can tell once again, sir. From
Wait,
which
wait,
to
wait, I will do that. Guys, are you able to execute the query as per our requirement?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So which records it is retrieving now?
Where India keywords.
Select star from employee where country is equal to India. I have given the country name as India. So it is retrieving the records of employees who are belongs to country India. Now, can you tell me the find by method to retrieve the employees based on the gender now? Guys?
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes.
I'm able to write
Yes,
the
sir.
method to get the employees based on the country. Now my requirement is I want to get the employees based on the gender. Can you write a find by method? So to write a find by method, first what we need to observe? To write a find by method, first we need to observe the entity. What are the variables available? Because the entity class variables only we will use in the find by method.
Okay.
If you don't use this variable name properly in the find by method, your method will become incorrect, then your query will become incorrect. So if you want to work with the find by methods, first you need to observe your entity class properly. If you want to work with the find by methods, first you need to observe your entity class properly. Are you clear with my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now I'm able to write a method, find by method, to retrieve the records based on the employee country. I'm repeating once again. I want to write a find by method to execute query like this. Select star from employee table where employee underscore country is equal to some value like India. So this is actual query I want to execute by using JPA, but I don't want to write this query. I want to tell JPA to prepare query like this. So this we can achieve by using find by methods in the JPA. This query can result more than one record. That's why I'm taking list of employee. I'm taking list of employee. Find by, it is a fixed keyword. Find by is a fixed keyword. What is the condition to retrieve the data? Where country is equal to India, where employee country is equal to India. Employee country is a column name, but in the entities we don't use column names. We need to use variable names. So this column is represented by EMP country variable. So take this variable and keep that variable here and convert the first character of the variable to uppercase. That's it. And parameter string country. That's it. This is the find by method, which is used to retrieve the records based on the country. So this is abstract method, no body. Based on this method name, find by EMP country. So find by EMP country means that the JPA will understand that it has to retrieve all the records from the employee table where country is equal to given method parameter. If you pass India as this method parameter, it will get the employees belongs to India. If you pass Canada, it will get the employees belongs to Canada. So this is how the query will be constructed based on this method name. Now my requirement, I want to get the employees based on the gender. Can you write a find by method and can you send me in the chat box? I want to get the employees based on the gender using find by method. Okay. Come on. I want to get the employees based on the gender. I want to get the employees based on the gender. Are you clear with my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Public list of employee. Okay, then find by. What is the column we want to use? Gender. What is the variable of that gender? EMP gender. Okay, so go here and keep EMP gender. String gender we are passing. That's it. What this method will do? Select star from employee where employee gender is equal to whatever the value that you provide. So we are writing methods. That's it. Based on the method, query construction will be taken care by JPA. So can we call this method now? Can we call this method now? Find
Yes,
by
sir.
employee gender.
Yes, sir.
You understand how I am writing this method?
Yes, sir.
Find by is a keyword. Employee gender is a column name. From that variable name, from that variable, I'm taking first character as a uppercase. That will become my find by method. All right. Let me call this. Let me call this. Let me write this method in the service layer now. Get employees with gender. Get employees with gender. Find by EMP gender. Gender I'm keeping as male. Okay. So get employees with the gender. Find by EMP gender. I'm calling this method. This is a find by method. When you call this method, JPA will read the method and JPA will prepare query like this and will retrieve the records. Guys, how powerful concept it is. You are just writing one abstract method and they will read the method, they will provide the implementation for the method. They are reading the method name, they are preparing the query, they are executing the query, they are giving the result in the form of objects. How much code is executing in the background? Just imagine. Can you imagine how much code is executing in the background? This is the power of data JPA. When we have this much flexibility, this much luxury in the data JPA, who will go for JDBC, man? Now tell me, do you need to spend 1 month of time or 2 months of time to learn JDBC? Is it required?
Not
Is it really required to spend 2 months of time to learn the JDBC? Is it really required to spend 2 months of time to learn the JDBC? No.
No, sir. Not required, sir.
Just basics. If you learn for 1 week, that is sufficient. Anyhow, we are not going to use in the real time. We need to learn this data JPA properly because this is what we are going to use in the project's development. Okay, employee gender we understood. Let's go and call this method EMP service dot get EMPs with the gender. EMP service dot get EMPs with the gender. So when we call this, find by EMP gender male. Okay, perfect. Let me run this application. Right click, run as boot application. Employees with the gender we are calling. Yes, select query is executed with the gender. We are able to retrieve the records. So with the male, there are 3 records available. All the 3 records we are able to get. With the male, there are 3 records available. We are able to get all the 3 records. Now, my requirement, get the male records based on country India. Who are working in the India, males, male employees who are working in the India, I want to retrieve. What is the select query for that? Employees who are working in the India, male employees who are working in the India, I want to get. What is the query, guys?
Select star from
Where
employee.
F country equal to India and F
Employee.
gender equal to male.
Select star from
Where-
employee, where employee
Employee
gender
gender
is equal to
is
male
male
and
and
employee country is equal to India.
India.
This is the query. Who should prepare query like this?
JPA.
Who should prepare the query like this?
JPA.
JPA.
JPA. Okay. So we need to tell the JPA to prepare query like this. So what is the method that we need to write, guys? Public list of employee find by employee gender. We need to go with find by employee gender and employee country. First condition gender, second condition country. This is the method. Find by is fixed. Then EMP gender, column mapped variable, that is EMP gender. And I need to use end operator. So I will use end operator. Employee country, column name, mapped variable, EMP country. So EMP gender is first and country second. So methods also first parameter gender, second parameter country. This is the find by method to execute with end operator, where clause with end operator. Select a star from employee where gender is equal to male, and country is equal to India. Gender is equal to male and country is equal to India. For that, we are going to use this. Are you clear with my point?
Yes.
Yes,
This
sir.
is used to execute the query with the where clause and end operator. Select star from employee where gender and country. Gender is male, country is India. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now let me call this method. Go to my service. Get employees with gender and country. Get employees with gender and country. Find by employee gender and employee country. Gender I'm using as male, country I'm using as India. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me
Yes,
call this method employees with gender and country. EMP service dot get employees with gender and country. Perfect. Run this program, run as boot application. See here, how many male employees from India? How many male employees from India? Only
once.
one.
Only one.
Check in the table, select star from employee. Male, India. Only one person is available. Raju is male and from India. Another employee in the India, Rani, but female. Okay, so male employee from India only one, so that we are getting only one record from the table. We are getting only one record from the table. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Next
Sure.
one. I want to get the employees who are having salary greater than 5,000 guys. How you will write a query for that? Employees who are having the salary greater than 5,000.
Start from select start from employee.
Yeah. Select the star from
Employee.
employee
Where
where
employee
salary greater
greater
than
than
5,000.
5,000.
If you want greater than or equals, then greater than or equals 5,000. Okay. Now I want to write find by method for this. Now I want to write find by method for this. Come on, any guess?
Yes, sir.
How to can you write it and send me?
Okay.
You write it and send me.
Public list employee.
Sir, can you show employee service class once?
Yeah.
We need to use lambda expression.
You can use if you want. It is just for printing. This here it is lambda. just to print the data. List of records available. You can print by using for loop, for each method, anything. It's up to you.
So where we need to add the greater than symbol?
That you need to write in the repository method, not in the lambda.
Okay.
Greater than symbol is part of query, right? So
Yes.
you need to write a find by method according to that. Completed? Yeah, come on, see this? Public. Again, I'm taking list here because multiple employees can have salary greater than 5,000. Public list of employee find by EMP salary. So what is the variable of that? EMP salary is available. So I'm going to use find by EMP salary, make the first character as uppercase. Then what is the requirement, sir? Greater than. If you use control space, it will give the options for you. Employee salary greater than. Okay, you just specify double salary. That's it. If you want greater than equals, then you just need to write that greater than equals. So based on the method name, your query will be constructed. You want greater than, less than, equals, based on for everything, the keyword will be available. Find by employee salary. So if you want to know all the operations that you can perform on the employee salary, find by employee salary between, containing, empty, equal, greater than or equals, in, between, greater than, less than. These all are the conditions that you can use when you are working with the find by methods. Find by employee salary, I'm going with greater than, equal, or greater than, less than equal also. Greater than, I'm specifying double salary. Okay, now go to the start service class, write a method, public void get employees with based on salary, get employees based on salary. Employee repository dot find by EMP salary greater than double 5,000 I am giving. So who are having the salary greater than 5,000? All those employee records we are going to retrieve. Are you able to follow this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me call this
Yes,
service
sir.
method employee service
Employee service start.
based on the salary that we are going to call. So it is going to apply based on the salary greater than. Okay, based on the salary greater than, it is going to retrieve the records. Are you clear?
Yes.
Perfect. Go to this application and right click, run as boot application. Console. Yes. How many employees are there? Salary above 5,000? 2 employees are there. 6,000 and 7,000. Check the table data. Yeah, Raju salary 4,000 and Rani salary 5,000. It is a greater than 5,000. So only John and Smith salaries are available having greater than 5,000. So we are getting only 2 records. John and Smith records are coming. So like this, you can work with find by methods in the data JPA. So based on the method name, query construction will happen. Suppose if you write find by country, will it work or will not work, sir?
Works.
If I write just find by country, it will work or it will not work?
Not. It will not
Will it
work,
work
sir.
or it will not work?
It will not work, sir.
Why
Not
it will
work.
not work with find by country?
Because
It is not
Because
matching the
variable name and either country is different. So.
Our variable name and our method name is not matching. Variable name and method name not matching. That's why it is not going to work. So you need to write the proper variable name in the method name. Then only query construction will happen properly and the execution will happen properly. Okay. This is about find by methods in the data JPA. This is about find by methods in our data JPA. And multiple times I have observed people are writing variable names with uppercase. Don't do that, guys. It is syntactically you are going to face a lot of problems. Okay. Always you need to start your variable name with the lowercase letter only. Use lowercase letter for your variable names. And you write setters and getters and you write toString. If you know Lombok, you can use Lombok for that. Okay, this is my entity class and this is my repository interface, employee repository that I am using. Today, I have created employee repository with multiple methods. Those are find by methods only. So based on the method name, JPA is preparing the query and JPA is executing our query. These repository methods I am calling from my service class. So repository object injected into service, repository is the interface. That interface implementation object will be, the interface implementation object will be injected into service through auto wiring. That auto wiring is happening through constructor. So inside the service class, I have taken a constructor. That constructor is expecting employee repository as a parameter. So constructor injection will happen. I'm not writing at the rate auto void because there is a single parameterized constructor available. So those constructors will take care of the dependency injection. And this is my start class. In the start class, I am calling all my service methods for the execution. So Spring Boot application execution will start from the start class. Inside the start class, we are calling the run method. That run method is returning the IOC object. Using the IOC object, we are getting the IOC reference. From that, we are getting the employee service object. From the employee service, we are calling the methods. Employee service object will take the repository as a dependent and we are calling the service method. Service methods are calling the repository methods. Dependency injection is happening. Are you clear with my point now? So how many ways we can communicate with the database table by using data JPA, guys? How many ways we can communicate with the database table by using data JPA?
3 ways.
Come on. In how many ways we can communicate with the database table by using data JPA? People are not responding.
3 ways.
3 ways.
3 ways. What are those 3 ways?
Predefined repository method, find by
Predefined repository method
method,
and find by methods
custom
and
queries.
custom files.
Yes. We can use find by methods. We can use find by methods. We can use custom queries. We can use predefined methods. So as of now, what we understood? As of now, what we understood?
Predefined method and methods
and
and find by
predefined
methods.
Find by methods.
Predefined methods we understood. Predefined methods we understood. Find by methods we understood. And custom queries also we understood. Predefined methods we understood. Custom queries we understood. And find by methods also we understood. Okay, next part, custom queries. The next part is custom queries that we are going to discuss in the tomorrow session. Sir, can we have the class tomorrow? Sunday morning, I can take the class for 2 hours. I'm free
Yes,
tomorrow
sir.
morning.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because this week our class got cancelled. Na? I will take the class tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning 7 to 9, I will take the class for you guys.
Okay, sir.
Only sir Spring Boot.
Yeah, only Spring Boot. JRTP class is not there. Only Spring Boot class is there from morning 7 to 9 o'clock. We will discuss about custom queries in the data JPA and we will work on JPA repository also. Very important topic. Don't miss the class tomorrow. 7 to 9 I will take the class so that whatever the leaves that I have taken, I am going to compensate tomorrow.
Sir, then when is Java 17 features, sir?
Java 17 features will start at 9:30, madam. 9 o'clock, 9:15 it will start. Before that, I will leave the class.
Okay.
Okay, 7 to
Yes.
8:30 or 7 to 9 I will take the class tomorrow.
Sir, offline, online, both.
Only online, sir. Only online I will
Okay,
take
sir.
tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, guys.
Sir,
Thank
please
you.
go
We'll meet
through
tomorrow
that,
morning at 7 o'clock.
CSV assignment.
Yeah, please practice the find by methods before coming to tomorrow's session. Tomorrow we'll work on the custom queries.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Sir,
Yes.
Sir, can you commit the code?
I will share this notes, sir. In the notes, the code is available. You can check that.
Hello, sir. I have one doubt.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, can we read this database properties without reading that from .properties file?
Yes, sir. There is another way. YML files also we can use. In the future classes, we will discuss what is YML, how to work with YML.
No, I'm not using any YML file or .properties file. Without using that, can I read the
You need to
database
write
property?
your own code, sir. Why to do that? Already Spring Boot is providing a default
No.
properties file.
In one interview, they are asking me to just
You can
know
read
for
it.
that only.
You can read it. Yes, you can read.
Sir,
Ah.
we are writing that queries in real time also in interface class or where it
In the
is?
interface only, madam. Find by methods means in the interface only you have to write. Then only
Okay.
it will understand to create the query.
Okay, sir. Then one more thing, sir. Starter data JPA and starter web. What is the difference, sir? Why? Because yesterday you said to remove that starter data JPA. Then only my server get to run, sir.
So whenever you add the starter data JPA, then definitely you need to configure database properties. Otherwise, it will fail.
Yes, sir. I configured that one, sir. But still, it's showing like that only. After you told no, then I removed that part. Then it will be working properly.
That means your database properties are not configured properly. So whenever you are adding data JPA dependency, you need to add the form.xml should contain JPA starter and it should contain MySQL connector also. And do you have the database installed in your system?
Yes, sir. Everything
Then,
is.
if you have JPA, then you should write the MySQL connector. You should have this. You can take the screenshot of this.
1 second. Got it.
And in the properties file, you need to configure the database credentials properly, and you
Yes.
need to make sure the database is available it should connect with the database. If it is able to connect with the database, then fine. If it is having some problem, that means your credentials are incorrect or your URL is incorrect, your driver is not available, then only it will fail.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir,
You told custom queries are there. So when we write, means when we attach the proc, so that goes under custom query, or that we have some other ways in
Custom query is
scaling?
tomorrow's topic, sir. Please give me one day time. Tomorrow you will
No,
get the client.
no, I was asking about proc, database procs.
Procedure.
Yeah,
Procedure goes
procedure.
under custom query.
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Hello, sir. In ORM properties, we can JP property separated format. SQL equals to, sir. Yesterday, we can told you DDL auto update, sir. What is difference between these two, sir?
DDL auto update, I will explain clearly, sir.
Yes, sir. Now we can.
Currently, we are using update. When you use update, if the table is not available, it will create the table for you.
Okay, sir.
DDL auto update, if the table is not available, it will create the table for you.
Okay, so once you can create the table, you can follow that command, sir.
Correct.
Okay, sir, a small note, sir.
Huh.
Sir, we can URL in the last SVMS, it's a database name or a table name, sir?
Database name, sir.
We can database name means we can create table name, sir.
Where you need to keep the table name? Here it is a database name, not the table name.
Okay, sir. Database, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, fine, guys. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow.
Or morning class, sir?
Tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock.
Okay, sir. One class, sir, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.